and the lady basically told me
felt like I was fighting for my life.
And it's not even paid leave. Lay it low and spread it wide than to have an unmedicated birth. Hi you guys, my name is Destiny if you're new here. So by the title, you already know what we're going to be talking about. The pregnancy that I have been showing but not been sharing. Warning, okay, this is going to be a really long video, so get your popcorn, get your juice, your water, your wine, whatever you drinking, and let's get into it. I am currently in my 3rd trimester, and I'm sure you guys want to know why I hit my pregnancy. Short answer is because I wanted to. Long answer is because this was unplanned, it was unexpected, and I just wanted to have my privacy. I shared a lot with my daughter, my previous pregnancy, and I just wanted to keep this one to myself. So that's what I did. No harm, no foul. But honestly, there were a lot of transitionings happening in my last pregnancy. We moved from Japan, we bought a house, my husband was deployed, and the list goes on. And I shared all of those things in those videos. And this time around, a little different. Not much, but a little bit. And I'm gonna spill all the beans now. I won't drag you too much through the 1st trimester because it's really unnecessary since we're at the 3rd now. Like I said before, this pregnancy wasn't planned. So in the very beginning, I was sad.
Good morning. I don't know why this camera looks so grainy. Hold on. That wasn't even any better. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm laying in the bed. I'm still 9 weeks, but I'm experiencing some nosebleeds, which is something that I also experienced. Sorry, had to scratch my wig. Something that I also experienced with Heaven, and I'm like bloated so much. I want to talk about like my weight because I know that was like a topic of discussion after I had Heaven. So I guess one of these days I'll do a sit down video and talk about my weight and what I plan to do during this pregnancy. That's still so odd to say, like pregnancy. I'm pregnant again. Jeez. Anyway, things are good. Just nosebleeds.
I was in a delusional state of mind because my husband is deployed, my kids were starting back school, and I have a little baby still. I also started a new job, so there were a bunch of different life changes happening, and to be pregnant wasn't something that I even considered. My 1st trimester with this pregnancy was completely different than any of my other pregnancies. I have 3 other children. Josiah is 9, Daniel is 8, and my daughter is 1. She's like 1 in some months, but to calculate those months, girl, who got time for that? I do have 3 children, and in those 3 pregnancies, I had the morning sickness and the extreme exhaustion. I had all of those symptoms, but in this pregnancy, completely different. No morning sickness. I was continuing to run every morning like I used to, doing at least 2 to 3 miles every other day. So this pregnancy has been completely different than the other 3. I did end up sharing my pregnancy in my 2nd trimester. However, I did share it with my husband during the 1st trimester. I actually shared it the same day I found out because I was like, man, my period is 6 days late. Maybe it's stress from you being deployed and, you know, people coming in and out to help me with my daughter and the kids going back to school and me starting a new job. Like, maybe it's just the stress of that stuff. And girl, when I took that test, I was like, huh? No. Anyway, I shared it with him through email. I said, hey boo, it's me. Guess what? The 2 lines are here. Surprise. And we were both like, oh, for real? Anyway, I shared it with some of my close friends in my 1st trimester, and then I shared it with everybody else during my 2nd trimester. And my 2nd trimester is when it started to become real for me. Hi guys. So today is my 1st ultrasound. I'm super excited. Oh gosh, the sun is on my face. I'm on my way there. I'm on my way there now. I literally skated out of work like 15 minutes earlier and I'm still gonna be late, but that's okay. It's gonna have to be okay because baby traffic. Anyway, I'm so excited. I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you guys, but
I did have an ultrasound previously when I was about 8 weeks. I'll put the footage up so you can see it.
Oh, thank God it's only one.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like, oh, you're really good risk.
Yeah, that was scary for a second there. Oh.
I'm using my phone. I did get a new camera. I'm so excited, but I'm using my phone because I forgot my camera in the house, and yeah, we got our phones. So I'm gonna do my best to record, but I was told by my physician that recording is not allowed. But y'all know how we do. You know I get the footage, right? You know I be coming with all the juice and the tea. So anyway, I'm on my way there now. I'll see y'all when I get there. Toodles. Like, this is actually my reality. I'm actually gonna have 4 children eventually, and that experience alone shifted my mindset a lot. What I mean by a shift in my mindset is that when I had 2 children, it was just, 2 of them. And then when I had 3, my mind was in a whirlwind. I felt like I was in a rat race and I could never keep up. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I will put the videos in the cards so you guys can check them out, so you guys can have a clear understanding of what I'm talking about. But now that I'm gonna have 4, I need to make my life as easy as possible. That is when I decided I'm not gonna be making no more biscuits from scratch. Okay, I just don't have time. I don't have time to be making a gourmet breakfast in the morning for these kids. Like, I have to make my life as simple and as easy as possible for me, okay? Especially because my husband is deployed. Like, he's not here. I also announced the news on social media with a reel when I went to the hospital to find out the gender of the baby. So that was so much fun. If you guys haven't seen that reel, I will leave it on the screen. I'm leaving. I got my pictures. I'm so excited. I'm crying because what an amazing gift God has blessed me with. That's it. I'm gonna cry in my car. At the end of the video, y'all can clearly see that I was emotional from just the entire experience because I was delusional in the first trimester. Actually having this ultrasound and seeing my baby kick and move and all of those things, I was very emotional. And then finding out the gender, I was like, oh my God. My dreams have come true. I purposely didn't share the gender with you guys in that reel because I want to keep the gender to myself, and close friends and family know obviously the gender of the baby, but I won't announce that until the birth of the baby. So you guys will just have to wait and see what we're having. Speaking of short form content, I also had to do a 1-hour gestational diabetes test, and I also shared that in short form. And y'all, do you know I failed? I failed the gestational diabetes test, and I don't know why. You have the option to fast or not fast, but I fasted the day I had to take my 1-hour gestational diabetes test, and I failed. Y'all, I failed real bad. So I asked my doctor, could I do another 1 hour, because I was baffled. I don't have diabetes. I don't have like a large history of diabetes in my family, and I never had gestational diabetes with the other 3 children. So I was concerned. I said, hey, can I do it one more time? Can we do another round of this? And she obliged. So I did it again, and I failed again. My doctor was like, girl, we're not playing with you no more. We're not doing no more 1 hours. Okay, you're really supposed to only have 1 hour. And if you fail, you automatically do the 3 hour. So I had to do the 3 hour, but I ended up doing it at work. Okay, because I do work for LabCorp. I'm sure you guys realize that already, but I work for LabCorp, and so I was like, I'm just gonna do it at work. I'm not gonna take a day off to do this. I'm just gonna do it at work. And that's what I did. Long story short, I ended up passing. But what I will say is that I ate all of the things I wanted. I didn't shortchange myself. The night before I took the 3-hour gestational diabetes test, I had cornbread, macaroni and cheese, baked chicken, rice, potatoes. Yeah. It was real good. I didn't shortchange myself because that's how I eat on a Sunday. Almost every Sunday, I have a Sunday dinner. I make a Sunday dinner, and I wasn't going to say, oh, I'm not going to do that because I have this test. No, I ate what I wanted. And so anyway, it ended up working out. I passed, okay, with flying colors because
I don't have a history of diabetes at all. I'm sure you guys want to know if I'm gonna do another birth vlog, and the answer is yes. I loved sharing that experience with you guys. That video specifically has, I think, about 1.7 million views, so I'm appreciative to everyone who has watched that video thus far. That was such an emotional experience for me because just everything. If you guys haven't seen it, I will link it and you can watch it for yourself, but that video has so much sentimental value to me. And yeah, watch it if you haven't seen it already. I'm sure you guys want to know about work. What am I gonna do about work? And honestly, when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, dang, I'm only gonna be employed for between 8 and 9 months before I have to go on leave. And it's not even paid leave because, y'all, I'm not a candidate for FMLA because I haven't been employed with the company for a year or more. And I also didn't invest in the benefits package, like the short-term and long-term disability package, because I just didn't deem it was necessary at the time. So, long story short, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna have 2 babies under 2. Childcare is extremely, I mean, extremely expensive. Okay. Too expensive. Let me be just 100% transparent, okay? When my husband and I decided that I was gonna go back to work, the purpose of me going back to work was to pay off the debt that we have, and we have been successful doing that thus far. Also to stack our savings account and to plan for vacations. So that was what my checks are used for: debt, saving, vacations. And now that I'm pregnant, child, most of the money is just going to savings because we have successfully paid off the debt that we have, but now all of it is just going to savings. And so with work being the topic here, I don't know. I would like to go back to work. I love my job. I love the company that I work for, but also childcare is extremely expensive, and I'm not gonna go to work just to pay for childcare. That doesn't make any sense to me. None whatsoever. So we'll see. If I'm not able to save half or more of my check if I go back to work, then there's no point of working. That's just for me and my household. You can do as you please, but that's how we're doing it here. Also, because this pregnancy wasn't planned, I just knew that whatever God had in store for me was his plan whatsoever. Like, there was nothing that I could do to change it or alter it. This is what it is now. Like, this was his doing. Okay, obviously it was my doing because we was doing the do and I was, anyway, I'm not gonna divulge the details, but this is his will. It's gonna be his way, whether I like it or not. And so I just saw the beauty in having another child. Obviously, I thought heaven was our last baby. And child, no. He said 4 is your magic number, okay? 4. 4. It's 4 of them for you, okay? 4. I don't know about you. I don't know how you receive confirmation from God from the things that you pray for. But for me, I have dreams. And on January 1st, I had a really good dream. I'm not going to divulge the details, but I know that this is his plan and a little bit of the route he has for me. And so I'm just trying to do as I'm told. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Lastly, we ran into this issue last year about if my husband was going to make it to the birth of our daughter. And last year, he was actually deployed in Japan. And so we had to buy his flight back here. She ended up coming 6 days late. It was a hot, chaotic mess. It was pretty much the same as it is this year on if he's going to be there. And the short answer is no. Nope. He was supposed to be back in January, but it is now February, and they have extended them twice thus far. I attempted to contact the Red Cross to let them know that I'm in my 3rd trimester. You know, things can happen any day now. And the lady basically told me, if you don't have a medical emergency, there's no way that we're going to get him off that boat. Yeah. Y'all, I was so disheartened because he was supposed to be here for the birth of our baby, and he's not, like, confirmed he's not gonna be here whatsoever. So with that being said, I asked my doctor for information about a doula. I'm gonna hire a doula to help me through my labor and delivery. I want things to be different this time. If you guys watch my birth vlog, then you guys already know that I gave birth on my back. I had to be induced with Pitocin, and those are things that I do not want to encounter again this time. So hopefully baby is not late and I don't have to be induced. but I do not want to give birth on my back, and that is the purpose of the doula being there. My mother is also going to be there, but I'm sure she's going to have the camera recording every nook and cranny. So I really need a doula in place to help assist me with the pain. If you watch the video, when I first got to the hospital, they said I was 6 centimeters dilated. And from 0... Did you knock on my door? Okay. Let's try that again. Yes, Josiah? No. Back to what I was saying. When I finally got to the hospital, I was 6 centimeters dilated and the pain wasn't unbearable. But y'all, I'm telling you, when you get to 8 to 9 centimeters, it's like you can't even breathe anymore. And that right there is why I need a doula, because I need somebody to help me with my pain management at that point. Y'all, from 1 to 6 or 1 to 7, it's just like, oof, it's a little uncomfortable. But 8, 9, and 10, when it's almost time to push, is when they become increasingly rough. And also, I think that in my last pregnancy, the Pitocin made the contractions worse, because I don't remember them being that bad with Josiah and Daniel. I just don't. But also, that was 8 and 9 years ago, so I don't know. If you guys have a history of using Pitocin, let me know. But my goal this time is not to give birth on my back, to have a doula in place, and to have an unmedicated birth like I did with all of the other 3 children. I got a lot to say, okay? I told y'all this video was gonna be long. But anyway, recently I was rushed to the emergency room. I woke up in the middle of the night, maybe like midnight, to put our daughter in her crib. So I put Heaven in her bed. I went to the bathroom, and then I realized that I was having trouble breathing. I obviously knew that I was breathing, but you know when you try to take a deep breath like and exhale it out, I couldn't get that deep breath and exhale it out. So y'all, I was in a panic. I was scared. I called my best friend. I was like, hey girl, I can't breathe. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I can't breathe. And obviously I knew that I was breathing because I was talking, but to me, I couldn't breathe. So my anxiety started to kick in. I ended up calling 911. The ambulance came, you know, shortly thereafter. They took all of my vitals, and my blood pressure was a little high, but that's because I was panting. But everything else was good. My O2 was good. Everything was good, but I still felt like something was wrong. I ended up going to the emergency room.
I wasn't gonna make this because I was scared out of my mind. But basically, I woke up at like midnight, almost 1 o'clock, and I was having shortness of breath to the point where I felt like I couldn't catch my breath. So I called 911, and they came, and I told them that, you know, I couldn't really breathe, although I knew I was breathing. Long story short, I had a CT scan with contrast. There are no blood clots in my lungs, and all of my blood work came back normal, no sign of heart attack. My heart enzymes are fine. My EKG was fine. I have these stickers on, and everything looks good. I never ever have felt like I was fighting for my life until today. I never felt like my life was in the valley until today. And it was scary. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted. I've been here for 4 hours. But everything seems to be okay for now. And I'll update you guys when I can. But baby is doing good. I still have those stickers on. Baby is doing good. I didn't get an ultrasound or anything like that, but baby is kicking around, which is... But yeah, I guess we'll talk later. I'm about to be discharged. The doctor said just to not lay on my back because he thinks that I was possibly laying on my back and that the large vein that travels to my heart probably was compressed, which caused me to have somewhat of a panic attack and also caused me to feel like I couldn't breathe. So for me to lay on my left side, and that's it. So he's gonna get my discharge paperwork together. my other heart enzyme labs came back normal, so I get to go home. But I want to say that I'm so grateful for having my grandmother stay with us because she's home with the kids. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, so she couldn't be here, and my neighbor is coming to get me. So I feel so blessed to have community and support because this was a very scary situation. But we can talk more later. So, what'd you say?
You feel better?
A little bit, yeah.
And they did all their blood work, you know, traditional, check your troponin levels and things like that. They put me on 4 liters of oxygen because I kept saying that I couldn't breathe, although my O2 said something else. The ER doctor suggested that I have a CT scan with contrast, and I did that, and he said everything came back normal. My troponin levels were normal. There was no sign of a heart attack or anything like that. My lungs look fine. Maybe I was just laying wrong, and maybe he was right. I do remember waking up on my back, maybe. I just don't know. Y'all, lastly, I am in my nesting phase, okay? It is time for me to get this house organized and make it easier for me to transition from now to giving birth and bringing baby home. I'm cleaning everything, sanitizing everything. I'm actually gonna put the bassinet that Heaven used to use in our bedroom so that I can get that all ready. I do need a few things for baby, but I don't need a whole bunch because I have everything already. And also, shout out to my friend Amber. If you guys don't know who Amber is, I'll link some videos because Amber is my girl, okay? She brought over a bunch of stuff from when her baby was little. Some of the things I don't need, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be giving them away. But some of the things I'm super excited about using. So yeah, I have everything I need for baby already. I just need baby to come. We will be taking maternity pictures. Obviously my husband's not gonna be here, so it's just gonna be me and the kids, but I'm so excited. This is our last baby, and although I'm not having a baby shower or a baby sprinkle, I still want to celebrate my pregnancy in itself, and I'm gonna do that with the kids. So stay tuned for a vlog because that is gonna be coming up shortly. And that's all I have for you guys. If I haven't answered any specific questions you have, please do not hesitate to leave them in the comments. Y'all, I am an open book for the most part. And so if you guys have questions or concerns, let me know. Recommendations, let me know in the comments. That's it, y'all. I have put all of my business out there. Y'all know every nook and cranny, okay? I gave y'all the tea. I spread it low. How that saying go? Spread it low, spread it wide. Lay it low and spread it wide. That's what I have done for y'all, okay? I would love to know if you guys have any doula suggestions in the Virginia area. I do live in Virginia Beach. So if you guys have used a doula here or anything like that, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share when you share videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
A nigga never been as cool as me. I like